Hi, my name is Tony Van Veen, CEO of Discmakers. Today, I want to talk about the difference between traditional mastering of your recording done by a mastering engineer like we do in our Sound Lab and the newer automated online mastering services that have popped up over the last few years. So let me start with a quick refresher on what mastering is. After you have finished your mix in the studio, mastering is the final part of the creative process of the audio recording. The goal of mastering is to make sure your mix sounds as good as possible out in the wild, in clubs, on the radio, on car stereos, and in tiny earbuds. Mastering may boost the bass or the high end or do other equalization. It may add compression to make the song sound hotter. It may eliminate pops and ticks and other noises during song, do other kind of processing, and it will usually clean up noises in between songs and include edits or fades. It will make sure all the songs on your album have the same volume. And the main advantage of mastering is that an experienced human engineer with a fresh pair of ears will listen to your recording objectively and make it sound its best. There are now a bunch of companies online like Cloudbounce and Lander that offer low-priced automated mastering solutions to artists. For around $10 a song, they will run your song through their automated software and they claim that your music will sound great. Does this kind of automated mastering work? And if presented with a choice, should you choose it or go with the old school mastering done by a mastering engineer? Well, I must say that automated mastering services have improved substantially in recent years, and they typically do make your song sound better than not mastering your song. Your song will generally sound hotter, and some EQ changes to bass and treble will be made to enhance the final product. If you compare automated mastering to the work of an expert mastering engineer, however, the difference is clear. The expertise, the perspective, and fresh, impartial ears of an engineer optimizing each of your songs one at a time and then reviewing them all to make sure your album as a whole has a cohesive sound just can't be matched by a computer algorithm. And while automated mastering has gotten pretty good, it won't be able to clean up noise or remove pops and clicks during songs or make edits or fades or clean up studio noise before a song. In our Sound Lab, we happen to do a lot of this type of work on masters. And finally, with traditional mastering, there's the opportunity to communicate with your engineer. This can be especially important if you have a specific sound in mind. For example, maybe the artist wants it brighter than normal, or you want the vocal brought out. You will also have an opportunity to get mix feedback from your engineer, particularly if there are major issues with your mix. So, is there a time that you should master old school with an engineer and then a time that you should consider automated mastering? Well, I recommend you make your decision along two criteria. Criteria number one is importance. If the track is important to you and you are likely to release it commercially, you want to have it mastered by an engineer. You want every commercial release that truly represents who you are as an artist to sound its very best. No record label would master their releases through a software algorithm. Why should you? However, if you're just putting out a demo or you're putting out songwriter pitches or a quick single to keep fans interested and engaged in between albums, then automated mastering might very well be okay. The second criteria is budget. If you're spending a significant amount of money on your release, with a big recording budget, physical product, and money for marketing, you would want that album to sound its very best. You don't want to leave anything to chance, especially if you're investing in vinyl. If you're making that kind of investment and commitment, a little extra for mastering is well worth it. An engineer will make sure the master is suited for vinyl specifically. Is the bass at appropriate levels? Because too much bass can actually make the needle skip. Is there sibilance on the vocals? Is the master too bright overall to be cut? As of the recording of this video, there are a few automated mastering solutions that do your master for as little as $9 a song. Discmakers Sound Lab is perhaps the most affordable old school mastering studio, and $59 a song, its pricing is geared towards independent artist budget. if it were my breakthrough single, the price difference between automated and traditional mastering is absolutely worth it. But if you absolutely can't afford that last $50 difference, then by all means, go with automated mastering. Though to be honest, it does make me wonder, how are you going to promote that song if you can't afford $50 even for mastering? And as an aside, the Discmaker Sound Lab has a money-back guarantee. If we can't satisfy you with your song, and by the way, this happens almost never, but if we can't satisfy you with the sound from our mastering, you will get all your money back, and we're still happy to do your CDs and your vinyl. Regardless of your choice, any mastering is better than no mastering. Take it from me, when I did my last album decades ago, we didn't have money for mastering, and every time I listened to that album later on, I regretted not having mastered it. Don't make that mistake. Please do your mastering before you release your songs. I hope you found this helpful. Look forward to seeing you next time.